Hi YouTubers, this video basically is for SC Foley. He commented, I really wanted to see the finished working product, please how you wired it, etc. Unfortunately I've gone and made it and done it already, put my switch on, so didn't really do a how to do video, which sorry I should have done. I had a few issues which I'll explain about in a second anyway, but as you can see here's the finished Pro Pointer. Not like all the other jobs where you see all little switches that have been araldited or taped. But it's a push to make, so literally you press it and it stays on, and then you release it and it goes off. So no dead batteries leaving it switched on in you. So it's quite good, and then obviously you can press it quickly to do the finer setting. So yeah, it looks quite a nice job. Basically, this was the switch, just in case you didn't see my original video. This switch was from RS Components, that's right, yeah. If you look at my other video, it will give you the model number, and it has the same little lip, as you can see there, the same lip. You just grab the original bung. This is the original switch cover, so you can see there it's got the little groove, and then obviously this switch has exactly the same, and it's virtually the same size as well, which is, chances of that are pretty slim. It is a bit hard to actually get this one in, but you can do it. So yeah, so going back to basically how I put it in. Originally I first used BT phone cable. Now you can see that the phone cable is quite solid, it's just like a solid copper piece of wire, but what I found with it was once you soldered it and you moved it around a few times, it would eventually break. So although it's great to actually weld in place, it's not really ideal. But what I did find it was ideal for, and I'll take the switch out of mine very quickly in a sec to show you, but inside the switch, where the original switch was, there were six solder points where the switch was, and what I found, this was much easier than running solder across or cables. Basically I just put this on the top, soldered in this sort of two little points. Obviously can't hold the camera, but soldered there, and then just snapped off. In fact I wiggled the wire and cut it with a Stanley knife, and then it made a really good bridge. Now got a bit confused because there's a couple of other videos on YouTube at the moment showing you how to wire up the, bypass the switch, sorry, and how to wire it up. So one of them had all of the 6 connectors all linked together, and then it had 2 wires, one came off this one I think it was, and one came off that one, which then obviously went to the switch. But then when I came to stick a battery in, it would stay permanently live and the light would come on. So there was an issue and there's a problem. So what I did in the end was I drew a picture, turned the picture over, and then worked out what it should have been on the other side. Now I'll just take this out because it is literally just pushed in. In fact, just let me put this down because it's really hard to do it with one hand. It says can't even do it with 2 hands. Just use this little pen top just to help me out. Come out, you little critter. There you go. So switch is out. So if I pull the switch back, what I basically did was I used, instead of the BT cable, I found a Cat5 network cable. When you actually look at the wires themselves, there's the camera, it's made up of little strands. Oh, if you can see that, it's made up of little strands of wire, so it makes the cable is much more flexible and doesn't have the tendency to snap off like the obviously the BT stuff, which is obviously quite hard. You can bend it into any sort of position and it'll stay in that position because it's obviously solid copper wire. So what I did was, inside, let's have a little look, I don't know if you can see that, just let me see if my iPhone will focus on there. Right, what I'm going to do is just pull that wire out, so I'm going to just shine a torch in there to maybe help. But inside you can see there's the cables that are bridged, hang on, it is true.